if the system collapses, how we're going to feed ourselves, and what is the alternative. I think the alternatives is going back to the basics, and the basics is land, the land, the seeds. Now we cannot forget about the control of seeds that we can keep, that we can reproduce, that we can freely exchange, is the basics of everything. We need to have the animals back on the land because they are our fertilizers, and we need to have people that can have the knowledge how to deal with the systems. And of course, the whole water thing that is, essentially, when I talk about land, it's also with water. This cannot be solved in terms of the massiveness that we need unless we start to address the need to de-urbanize, because urbanization is not only our physical urbanization, that we move to London and start to enlarge big cities, but there are people that are still in small cities, but they are urbanized in their mind, their mindsets. And what we need is to recover what is this rural pace of life, the rural ethics, the rural, the cycle of nature, the cycle of the year, the festivities. Now we're going to have the equinox, the solstice. Those are all, the calendar that we needed to have to synchronize ourselves with the land, with nature and its cycles, and planetary cycles, and solar agriculture and lunar agriculture. There are different traditions in the East and the West that have been taken very seriously, long-term patterns of climate change that happened in the past, and we need to learn how to live with them, because we are not, super powerful entities that can shift the entire climate, of the planet. But we can manage with our hands and our knowledge the local, and rebuild the local conditions for a climate. And instead, we should not focus on megalomania infrastructures of technological geoengineering or carbon sequestration at scale, because those are doomed to fail, and those are very energy intensive, reliant. And we could start right away with changes that are within our capacity and rely on a human scale. Because I think at the end, if we are really fighting, our big fight, at least my big fight, is against the transhumanist agenda. I think first commandment is to return to the human scale, because it's only within the human scale and the human scale of a human lifespan that we can rebuild meaning and cohesion and fabric for the society that will need to rebuild from the madness that we are towards a different, truly regenerative and truly sovereign and emancipated way of living back in the land.